Morning Norm. Yes,
Morning Norm.
look at this.
Wow.
Kava
Wow.
kava, giving me energy for the
Hey.
morning.
Wow. Mm. That feels great. That feels great to the touch.
Great
Touching
to the
the.
touch. Guess who is not in the throne today?
Mm. Wow. This water is extra crisp this morning because it's got a hint of a possibly different future. Possibly less turmoil. Maybe people might actually calm down in the streets and might have some good debate, some actual some solid conversation and debate
That's
in
right. you know,
in committee. Go ahead.
I have a question. So if Trump is not the president today, right?
That is correct.
And Biden is not officially the president either.
A peaceful
Are
transition of
we
power.
in a country without a leader, technically?
Uh, well, I guess you could say so. I guess you could say that there's a brief 6 hour period where I guess
Where no,
there's a
no one
this
is
is
a
it. There's
leader.
there's a brief moment of time where there's no president.
Wow. And
There's
something crazy could happen during this 6 hours, but probably not.
what's that last designated survivor.
Oh, was that what that was about?
That's what the premise of the show designated survivor is about the one designated survivor who's supposed to not go to the inauguration since like all of because there's so much political like importance and power like and and past past figures because all the previous presidents are invited.
Uh huh.
And then tons of Secret Service and tons of all the Congress members and all the. It's nuts. It's nuts. Everyone's there, and so there has to be one person to be the president if something were to happen to everybody there,
Oh my
and
God.
that's known as the designated survivor. And I think they even like stay in a bunker. Like,
All right. I
I think their
see.
job is to sit in a bunker while everybody is having a party upstairs.
Well, that is crazy. That is crazy.
And that is a morning norm to
That is a
you,
morning
everybody.
norm. Let's see. Today in the news, Republican and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has spoken out against Trump's remarks on the day of the Capitol
Mm,
building riot, saying the president provoked the mob and fed them lies.
mm.
McConnell went on to say that Trump never responded to the mob's movie night invitations or mentioned the mob's birthday, and maybe that's why the mob is finally speaking out.
Oh, wow. Damn, damn. Hey, finally the tortoise has crossed the finish line here and risen to the occasion. Actually caught up with the story and met with reality. I'm sure even Mitch McConnell didn't sign up for this shit when he came out to the Capitol riots.
Right. Well, I have to say, of course, he's denouncing Trump right now. It's a smart move. Always stay on the side of the man in power. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That would not be Trump any longer. He's gone voodoo. Can we acknowledge? Yes, we have acknowledged that today is the first day that he is no longer president.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, America. You're you look younger today. You look younger. What changed? What changed? I'm sure we're trading up in a certain way. Um, well, speaking of a possible trade up, or trade up, trade down, a lateral move, however you view it, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new president today. Mr. Biden gave his farewell speech to his home state of Delaware this week in preparation for his move to the White House. Constituents reported a particularly touching moment when Biden said, "When I die, Delaware will be written on my heart. I had the ink done last Wednesday with some hip young friends, dog."
Hmm.
Well, I
Well,
honestly, this whole farewell tour from Delaware to the White House, it's finally happen. Because what he's run for the presidency 3 times, 4 times. This is that movie Last Vegas. Remember that movie Last Vegas? You
No,
know,
I have not. I don't remember it.
Morgan Freeman, De
Oh,
Niro, Michael Douglas. Biden is just rolling deep. I mean, we've already gotten a sneak preview of what most of the cabinet's going to be like. So I imagine they'll just be rolling up with some just some real diverse cats. That's what I imagine it's going to be. You've seen all the names in the news.
well, now that we mentioned that that other movie where they had one designated survivor. Come to think of it, isn't it Trump? He refused to go to the inauguration on Wednesday. Did you know that?
That is correct. That is correct. Our
So maybe he's gonna
he's
try to get in that bunker.
he didn't technically secede, but he did yesterday say that he just acknowledged that there will be a new administration beginning, and he wishes them luck, which is
Wow.
a very important word.
My goodness. Well, aside from Trump, Steve Dillingham, the director of the U.S. Census Bureau, is resigning from his post after leading the push to release incomplete census reports.
Oh,
This was part of an ongoing attempt by Trump's administration to separate out non citizens through strategic use of the census and racism.
oh my gosh! We just have so much cleaning up to do. It's we're inheriting. Each president I feel inherits so much mess. Or so many stones. Left unturned. Um, from the president last. And it's a constant backlog. And so you've got a lot of cleaning up to do, Mr. Biden, and I'd hate for you to call upon Corn Pop and start asking for
Oh,
favors. Americans are
oh,
out of lending hands, Mr. President.
that's right. That's right. We're glad you're stepping down. Although I know we already said that you're not going to attend the inauguration. Guess who else? Melanie Trump has not, Melania Trump, I couldn't even remember her name, has not reached out to Ashley Biden for the First Lady's tea. I mean, I have to say, this couple is a bunch of sore losers. Real sore losers.
This is we could say unprecedented. We could we could say all the shocking, unbelievable.
Just
Never been done
immature.
before. But this man has broken so many records. It's
It's
it's insane.
ridiculous. Speechless.
Well, maybe to kind of lighten things up a little bit, uh, here's a story to make you feel safe. A California man, Aditya Singh, was arrested Saturday for hiding in a restricted area of Chicago's O'Hare International Airport for 3 months.
Woo!
Wow. Singh told the police that he hid in the airport and survived on food given to him by strangers. When asked why he did it, Singh noted that he didn't have a choice. Spirit canceled his flight 76 times.
Wow, wow. Those East Asians, man, they're taking the survival thing to a whole new level. But I was thinking about this now. I think that actually Tom Hanks was the first one to do this.
Yep, terminal.
That's right. He was the first one. So, I mean, why wouldn't anyone just want to try it? I'm sure he was a good inspiration, and I sure wanted to be like, well, I could live in an airport as well.
I mean, art imitates life. I think that you're right. You're absolutely right. I think this is definitely a beautiful moment for uh, for love and romance and TSA, rules and regulations, code of conduct. Um, but to this man, I say good luck with that phone call home. I don't know what you told your
Oh
family back in
yeah.
California, but the whole "I got a job at the Chicago airport" storyline that you had cooked up, I think needs a page one rewrite.
That's right. Mommy and daddy are not going to be happy, especially if they're Indian.
Oh well, I if what were you doing? What were you doing in Chicago, young man? Is probably the where that conversation would have started if you have Indian parents. But
Mhm.
who knows? I don't have Indian parents, and so consult the Pack Theater down below if you have any questions. I think
That's right.
I think they'll be happy to answer
If you
any of
want to
your
learn how to
responses.
write a joke, learn how to improvise like Chip Felix over here. Want to be as funny as Chip Felix? Ladies and gentlemen, go down to the Pack Theater, sign yourself up a comedy class, and guess what? You will become as funny as Chip Felix, if not funnier. Oh Lord, we wouldn't be able to handle that.
We can. I that is not a guarantee because you are people watching this stream are inherently way funnier than I am right now because I'm simply uh, too deranged to be on air in front of the public. So
Well, now that is very true, but don't devalue yourself. You have very much value, Chip Felix.
why, thank you.
I have to say, we got comedians that you should check out. There's Garrett Mendez,
Oh
uh,
yes.
Zach Hillman, Jolene Kim. I know I'm going out of order
Oh
here.
no, it's all right. That's
Uh,
perfect. It's perfect.
I believe Jolene Kim has a Patreon page, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you become a member? You can see her blog, her weekly just rant on patreon.com for a small membership fee. And also, we got writers. Why don't you go ahead and tell our audience about our wonderful writers?
Incredible writers. Head writer April Lotshaw, bringing it home with the jokes, bringing in our stories, arranging and doing so much work. Blake Gover, thank you so much for writing. Everyone, we've got a wonderful team working on this show, and we're happy to be doing it for y'all. I hope
Yeah, we
everyone's
hope you're listening
taking
all the
care of
way
each
to
other and
this.
staying healthy.
Right. And if you have listened this far, well, I'm giving you an applause because I know most of you just tune right out after the first or second minute. Uh, okay, so let's keep going. Let's talk about what's going on and what has affected our country for the last year and a half. The United States has surpassed 400,000 deaths due to
Mm.
coronavirus, a new high for the pandemic. On average, the in the US, one person dies of COVID-19 every 26 seconds, also known as the dreaded Pepsi challenge ratio.
Oh my, oh my. It's we're approaching 1 year of quarantine, these people keep dying, and obviously I'm sad, and this nation is just loss after loss, and disappointment after failure, failure of operations, and because the scope of the pandemic really makes you feel small, and can be overwhelming at times. But I think if we maybe realigned ourselves with a massive focus on our diet, I feel like all this focus on our masks, which is definitely I great. I'm all for not spreading an airborne disease, but uh, I feel like we need to be focusing more on our diet, like
Oh,
one fast food vegan restaurant. Come on,
oh,
I mean. Why do we have
oh.
to slow crawl our way on the Del Taco menu with one impossible taco? Beyond
What
taco. I don't know.
what about some steak?
Yes, absolutely.
I knew you were going to talk about vegetarians, but you're right. Isn't there a vegetarian? There's no vegetarian drive-through.
Sorry, are there vegetarians by what?
I'm sorry, vegan drive-through, vegan fast food restaurant.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure that you can argue that the same way that Subway is a fast food restaurant,
I
that where
see.
you can kind of step up and go. But I don't think there's any drive through.
Oh yeah.
vegan
All right.
restaurants.
Well,
Not
well,
trying
I
to.
I applaud it. Let's do it. I honestly, though, ladies and
That
gentlemen,
seems ripe for Shark Tank. Why isn't Shark Tank funded like 10 of those?
why don't you do it? I think you would kill it.
All right. Well, I got
You're
a good
you're an
comedy. We got
entrepreneur. You can.
we got a good comedy right now.
That's right. Um. Well, okay. So I say that if you look at it this way, you will not be in fear. Okay. So I honestly think I don't think our numbers are gonna go down anytime soon. However, it's probably because why would they? Why would the hospitals make the numbers go down if they make more money every time someone dies of COVID? They get an extra something something. A neighbor friend of mine just recently went to see his grandmother who has Alzheimer's, and they said it was real bad, but somehow she mysteriously died of the COVID.
Hmm.
And they said that it was very very vague and very suspicious, and nurses were very weird about everything. So there's my evidence right there. I've always thought about that. And so even if the true number goes down, the numbers reported may not. And this is all in my opinion. So if you look at it that way, you don't have to stand in fear. Go out there and make 2021 your bitch.
I agree. I agree, Clark. That's you know, 4th of July's worth of hell yeah.
Right.
Um, well, speaking of some patriotic storming of the capitals, and some awesome, ambition energy. In Russia, opposition leader and outspoken critic of the Kremlin, Alexei Navalny, has been jailed just months after allegedly being poisoned by the Russian government. The Russian government denies all accusations of targeting Navalny, either now or in the future, when maybe they'll just try shooting him.
Yeah,
Just
but
make it easier.
it's
Just cut right
Russians.
to it.
They would never. Russians, they got to do the most fancy schmancy.
Cut out
I
the
mean,
middle jail.
have you seen that IG account? Look at this Russian. Is LATR.
It's nuts.
They are crazy, sexy, but crazy. I want one in my house, naked, but oh so crazy. I mean, I'll take anything foreign and crazy.
Well, Clark, I know you like a wild card, not just in the bedroom, but also when it comes to the dishes.
That's right. Wash them or throw them out.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Well, hey, every country's got their Edward Snowden. All right, when you're Russia, you've got two. All right, Pussy Riot and
Well,
Alexei Navalny.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
So good on this guy to speak up and and be critical of the government. Absolutely.
That's
Hey,
right.
we just had 4 years of that, and prior to that was 4 years of Republicans hating Obama, and prior to that was 8 years of Democrats not liking Bush, and so on and so forth. And
Right. I mean,
um, did I shorten Obama's years to 8 years? Well, or to 4 years.
I
Anyways,
think you did.
ladies and gentlemen, it's early. It's early in the morning,
It's
but
early in the
but it's
morning.
inauguration day, and
That's right.
it's
Yeah.
we're trying to remember where we're gonna be, but all we can, I guess, really think about is the fact that there's so much military
That's right.
at the Capitol.
It's a little scary. A little
Wow.
scary. If you can sneak in, you're great. It's just like what's his name, Navalny, who survived poison. Who would survive poison?
I
I mean, that is a big deal.
I was wondering why why there was a follow up to this whole story, because I didn't think you walked away from that. But
No,
hey, this is 2021. Okay, you can walk it off.
that's right. Well, I just wanted to bring that point. I was very confused. Anyways, Washington State has become the first in the U.S. to allow human bodies to be composted after death.
Wow, wow.
After the composting, loved ones will be able to claim the resulting soil, as advertised by the new state slogan. It's never too late to start gardening with grandma. Oh, I don't know if that's too soon.
Damn, damn. Well, hey, if this is not just out of love for the environment, I see a couple uses here. This is also a great backup. This also helps for the backup of bodies lining up to be cremated, or worse, take up precious land. Okay, we should be covering every blade of grass with a strip mall or a Costco or an In-N-Out.
Or a vegan drive-through.
God, that was right. That was right in my pocket. I didn't. I
I
didn't
got
touch
it
it.
for you. I got your back, as they say. Wow. Well, you know what? This is scary. To me, this is scary. If you get a piece of paper, you could just that piece of paper that says you are legally allowed to compost any human bodies after death. Get that piece of paper. You can get rid of any murderous evidence. All those ex-husbands. We are heading into a lawless, borderless world, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, I'll be dead by the time things get out of hand. But I highly doubt it. The way things are going, the speed at the way in which things are happening. Next year, we could be running around like uh, Conan the Barbarian with our kung fu swords and our metal
Oh,
balls.
I think definitely some people are ready for I mean, we definitely saw the people in helmets and some gear,
That's right.
ready for some Civil War level type of insurrection,
I got me
But
a bag of water, a bag of food stuffed in the side of my corner of my apartment, just in case I need to run out of here
you're
without
not
any
gonna
food.
get Beverly Hills to go all Mad Max. We're not gonna be able like we can. Hey, I would love to see it. I'd sign me up to watch, but I doubt you're gonna get Rhode Island moms out out in the cold.
Well, Californians are probably way too lazy to get out of their house. They're probably very happy to be inside.
Yeah. I think there's definitely gonna be a lot of shortcuts. Californians love shortcuts and
That's
VIP
right.
lists. Well, speaking of feeling special, Kark, I wanted to take this moment to realize that yeah, we're not only getting a new president in this country, but now's the time to really face our history and face our past demons. So I thought nothing better than to bring on my high school bully that was around um, from childhood and bothering me and teasing me and making me embarrassed and humiliated for who
I'm
I
so
was,
sorry.
and who I was, by the way, was just some kid looking to
No,
eat some
you were
sand for
valuable.
popularity. Okay.
You were someone. You were someone, and he was a real bully.
Oh yeah. Loved.
Awful person.
Yeah. Well,
Took
either
away
way,
all your
I think
value.
we
I
should
don't even know why we're bringing him on
I
here,
I think we should bring him
making
on
me upset.
and see how he does, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for Maurice Bacon, my high school bully. Yeah. Oh,
Oh
wow,
yes,
Maurice
all right,
Bacon.
Maurice.
Wow, hello, good sir. This is such a delight to see you. It's been years since our elementary school days. I know when you used to make me eat sand.
Oh, I know. Those were the good old days. Not right. I'm sorry, my friend. I mean, I really went crazy there, and I know I used to just mock you relentlessly. I'd give you swirlies. I dangle you over the edge of the gymnasium, and
Yep.
I did a lot of horrible stuff, and I just want to apologize to you.
Wow. Well,
Wow, that's amazing.
Kark, I thank you for very much for being witness to this right now. Thank you very much, Maurice. Yeah, it was. Those were some painful memories, but I'm glad that we're more mature adults now, and we definitely see things kind of under much more of a reality lens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you're a reformed bully. Is that right?
That's right. And I'm trying to get a group together to reform other bullies.
Now, has anyone ever teased you about your name? It's really like more rice and bacon. More rice, bacon.
Yeah, I've never, yeah. Well, the thing is, yeah. Okay, look. Well, I'm gonna say this first time I've ever told anyone this, but I did get teased when I was about 4 or 5 years old.
really, wow.
You weren't there, Chip. You didn't see it, but because I only met you in high school. But look, I got my aunt was really mean. She was a mean old lady,
Oh,
and she used to like poke me, and she'd take tweezers and pull out my eyebrow hairs.
oh
So
my God. You had
Now
a
that was why you turned around and you bullied Chip Felix here.
you had a tweezer
who knew?
ant.
Who
Your
knew?
mom, well, your mama was cruel to you by naming you more rice and bacon.
Well, yeah, but I own it now. I own that more rice and bacon. I am Maurice Bacon. That's my name. So, you got to own the things that people try to take away from you. That's what I tell all the kids. I go around, I'm here at a school right now. I'm telling the kids, they don't want me here. The teachers, they don't. I'm technically not supposed to be on campus, but I think no matter where I go, I should spread the gospel, as I put it,
Wow.
because you just got
Okay.
to tell people not to bully. Okay.
This public speaking that you were talking about, it doesn't actually you're not actually speaking at the schools.
I'm speaking at the school, but not officially at the school, but I am at the school.
So you're just standing outside, loitering on the property, getting kicked off the property, and then you are saying your speeches. Is that what's actually happening right there?
If you want to be by the book, yeah,
Now,
Wow.
I heard you went all the way down to the Capitol.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to stand up for your principles. I mean, I didn't go on the steps, but I went down to observe.
Did you take anything from the Capitol?
I
Did
didn't
you
even
steal
step. I
something?
didn't set foot in the Capitol, ma'am. I just looked around. I was a peaceful observer. I
I get
just
it.
wanted to, fight for what was right because uh, I believe the election was stolen, and um,
Wow. All right.
you know,
Well, do you know that today is the first day that your person is not no longer president? Is that correct, Chip
Yeah, yeah,
Felix?
yeah.
oh, yeah.
As of this morning,
That's
supposedly
right.
he is.
Today is the first day he is not the president of the United States.
Well, listen, he's not my person, but he's fighting for me. He's fighting for everyone, or he was. So I'm just what I am. I'm the kind of guy who fights for the outsider, for the people who have been put down, because I know what it's like to be put down and then to put other people down. And so it's like I'm just trying to bring people together. That's all. That's like why I go to places. I just like going places and seeing, hey, what can I observe and how can I help the world?
But
Does that make
what do you think about your president, your ex-president who decided to put down ladies when he wanted to grab their PUSSY?
I mean, I don't condone that, but like, um, he was playing the. Sometimes when you're a bully, you're like playing a character, kind of. You're kind of like not like kind of out of your element, and maybe that's what he was doing. I'm just trying to offer perspective here.
Hey, sometimes you gotta get wild. You gotta maybe go against the grain.
You know that shit, right? You know how to what it's like to get wild and nasty. I could do some nasty things to you, and I'm sorry, but
Oh Lord, I do not want to hear about the nasty things you want to do to Chip Felix
Oh,
at
well,
all.
I mentioned before he used to make me eat sand, but that was
put
just
some
the
jelly
the
on it.
appetizer.
Hey, I put some jelly on that sand. I put between two loaves of bread. I made you eat it. I didn't tell you to eat raw sand.
I Every single time I said I don't want dessert. I don't want dessert, and yet you'd offer me cheesecake, but it wasn't cheesecake. You and I both know that no middle school or high school, no lunches, no school sponsored lunches have cheesecake.
Yeah,
Now-
no, it was
no,
nachos.
Now hold on. I'm gonna just give Chip Felix the floor right now to go ahead and say all the things that you ever wanted to say to Maurice Bacon. Okay, Chip Felix, you have 30 seconds to say every single word you never got to say to him. Are you ready to do this, Chip Felix? All right, and go.
Oh boy, Maurice Bacon, how dare you make me eat sand? How dare you embarrass me in front of my father, in front of my mother, in front of my grandmother who used to take me to school. Okay, you used to, Mr. Williams, who was my kindergarten teacher. Okay, he used to throw his shoes at me because you set the precedent that it was okay to throw shoes at me. And it was like, oh, he likes it.
Wow. How do
How
you feel
dare
better
you.
now? Do you feel
No,
better,
I
Chip
feel awful.
Felix? How do you feel, Chip?
I feel terrible.
I didn't ask you, Maurice Bacon. I asked Chip Felix how he feels.
I feel like I have reached enlightenment, that I've purged all cortisol and terrible immunizations left inside of me. That's right.
That
I've
is
purged
amazing.
all antibodies.
That is amazing. I love it. Oh,
Wow.
this is great here.
Well,
That
I think I would love to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Maurice. You have your last word to say now that you've been reformed. Look what you did. You brought healing to Chip Felix. That is 100.
Yes, this is what I do. I try to bring out the worst so that they can cleanse themselves and just, live in that pain and then let it go. Okay. Look, I've done the same thing. I've had nasty things done to me, and I just try to dig out that nasty and look it in the face and say, look, this ass nasty shit, like get out of here. And then I just kick it to the curb. That's what you got to say to it. And I applaud you for owning all the horrible, nasty things I did. I'm sorry, Chip. I'm very, very sorry, but it is what it was. And we just got to keep on going. And I'll be around the country, just popping up in places, helping the world out best I can.
Loitering on their property. No, but it's okay. I'm sure you'll bring in real healing into the United States of America.
Maurice, this has been a transcendental journey for not only myself, but for my family.
Good. Good.
He's able to have children now. You know that blocked his ability to have children.
Yeah, you're talking about immunizations and antibody stuff, and
oh yes, I've got a lot of blockages. Okay, and it's not just having too much sodium.
Hey, I know. I don't have kids either. I know what that's like.
Well, the producers are flicking little paper clips and clothespins at me.
Oh my goodness!
Apparently, we got to end this show, but we still have 30 seconds left. We still actually have to solve. This is related to some other stories earlier. What is the proper way to dispose of a body? Any quick fixes? Go.
Well, you eat it, of course.
Yeah,
Easy. Okay.
Chopping it up.
If I'm going to dispose of a body, okay, number one, all right, I'm going to
slow boil.
I don't want to.
Make sure you have
I'm going to bury my mother.
soy sauce.